Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. Now today's challenge is going to be taking that top spot of a 124.9 right here in Cadwell Park on board the Suzuki Hayabusa. Now if you know my bike preferences and seen a previous video when I did the official Suzuki test rider duties in Ride 4, you will know that I do not like the Suzuki Hayabusa, and this is still true. I have done this time trial simply just because the aces seem to enjoy the Hayabusa, and yes, I'm not a fan, so I thought it'd be rather funny to use the Hayabusa right here in Cadwell Park. And I absolutely adore Cadwell Park, and I don't think the lap time of 124.9 is too far out of the question, so we're going to give it everything we have. As I'm not great with the Hayabusa, so I'm not expecting this lap time to stay in the history books forever, but we'll see how we get on. But I must say, using the Hayabusa in this track just annoyed me even more. I do not like the Hayabusa at all. It's so bad. But the important thing to mention, this bike is in the 700 to 799 category in the time trial, so it does require a bit of tweaking and a bit of upgrades. However, from what I could find, the only upgrades I could use was the engine to level 2, I believe. I will clarify this, but it is a engine level 2, and I think you can change the tyres and the transmission, etc., the suspension, but you cannot change the braking. If you change some of the braking discs, you will move into 800 plus, therefore it'll be another time trial. Bear that in mind. Obviously tweak the bike however you want to, but for the time being I've gone for the engine being that, as we now cross the finish line for the very first time, and that's a 126.063, so we have quite a bit of work to be done on board the Suzuki Hayabusa, and I must say I found it difficult. I continued to crash more often than not. I would say I've crashed here more than any other time trial I've ever done, and that was simply just because I'm just so bad with the Hayabusa. I just don't find it's the bike for me. It's very difficult. You have to brake extremely early, and of course if you've not upgraded the brakes, it's going to be even harder to stop this Suzuki. But still, I see why people like it. It's very fast. It's got some amazing speed. Of course, I think it used to be the fastest bike in the world at some point. Obviously not anymore. But as we go down for the gooseneck, turn 7, hold it left in a moment for Mansfield. Use a lot of rear brake, downshift a lot. That's the only way to stop this Hayabusa. As we'll flick it left for the chicane. Brilliant stuff. Cut the corner a little bit there, but thankfully no penalty was given. As we continue to push forward. Very difficult corner to get right, as I'm going to demonstrate not how to do it. Completely messed that up, but we're still up it by about 7/10 of a second for the time being. And we'll flick it left here for the Hall bends. Careful here, because this bike does not travel well. It's a very difficult motorcycle to move left and right, so whoa, as we almost skyrocketed into oblivion there by high siding. Now onto the rumble strips and completely messed this lap up. I'm only going to improve by about a tenth and a bit. Well, the lap time is going to be 125.914. So these lap times just aren't good enough to try and beat this lap time, so it's going to have to take a lot of groundwork for me. Changing the tyres, changing the gear ratio, changing the settings. Now usually I don't touch the settings as a rule, because I don't find they do much. But I started tweaking around with the gear ratio, and I find that helps. But the rest of the settings I don't find really do anything. So what I've gone here is a much shorter ratio on the bike, and I found that was much easier for me. I found that the tyres were just overheating too much, running the softer option tyres, so I did incorporate maybe a medium and a hard a few times. I'm still running at this point is a soft front and a medium rear, I believe, and as you can see, that front tyre just glows red in a couple of seconds time for just braking. It's very difficult to keep the tyre cool, especially with these brakes, so you have to bear that in mind when you're tackling here in Cadwell Park, as we completely lose ground to the AI. Well, it's to the Ghost, excuse me, so when we flick it left here, we will catch up to where Dr. Ace was previously, and we pretty much followed him in straight into the grass there. Not ideal, as we flick it right for Cadwell. Flick it left again, Hall bends. Hall bends again. Hall bends once more. Not bad. We will improve here if we keep this together. It's just a matter of keeping that bottle up by 0.3 of a second. Front tyre is screaming orange. What's this lap time going to be? It's going to be a 125.359. So again, a lot of these lap times, I couldn't do any consistent lap times with this. I found that the first lap time I would do would be decent, and then the next I would immediately crash. So unfortunately this is a lot of lap times and then fading to the next lap time. I do apologise that I couldn't keep the consistency going on this one. I just had such a difficult time with this Hayabusa. Now, it kind of grew on me, but I can honestly say I will never ever use this Hayabusa again after this challenge. But I'm glad, and I hope that you guys appreciate that I use the Hayabusa, because I know a lot of you enjoy it. I keep seeing it come up in the Discord servers, and I love Daniel O'Brien's reaction to the Hayabusa. It's just not for me. I think Maniac likes it as well, and I think even Sergio does, but I'm not a fan. I just do not care for the Hayabusa. I understand there's a brand new Hayabusa coming out, thanks to the guys in the Discord server, and I'm guessing that'll probably come to Ride 4 at some point, so that'll be another bike to avoid using. Terrific. I'm just going to flick it right for the very beautiful mountain section. That was much better. That was much cleaner. We are getting there. It's just a matter of time when we hook it all together. A little bit wide there, and ooh, bouncy, bouncy, and the front tyre is just glowing red. Even at this point when I changed to medium tyres, the front is just screaming. It's so difficult to keep the front end cool. But I guess that's with the brakes more than anything else, and that's going to be a disappointing lap. So final lap today. Can we beat the 1:24.9? Surely we can do it this time. If I beat the 1:24.9, that's the world record, which will soon be beaten by some of the guys in the Discord server. Quick shout out to the Discord server actually in the previous challenge. FooXz, SacredMeerkat and Écailles absolutely dominated. Brilliant stuff. Even FooXz and SacredMeerkat managed to push the lap times even further. And that is in the description down below if you want to see their lap times. So terrific stuff from them. Really eager to see how everyone gets on in the next challenge, which is today. So I cannot wait to see what everyone's times are. But this is going to be a decent lap. I can feel it already. It's in the bones. It's in the blood. It's in the ace. I'm going to hold it left here for Mansfield, braking hard. We went for a hard front and a medium rear on this lap. I'm hoping that is the combination that wins it all. Takes the top spot in the time trials on the leaderboards as we continue to hold it left up by half a second. This is good stuff. Nicely navigated through the mountain. Up and gentle. Watch out for the wheelie. Oh, too much wheelie. But it's alright nonetheless. We're still going. Hold it left for the whole bend. Hold it right. Aim for the rumble strip if you have to. Brake early. Remember the brakes on this bike are pretty crap. So continue to push forward. A little bit of a wheelie again. 0.6 of a second up. This could be it. We could be looking at a new world record here, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, surely this time. On the Hayabusa. We've done it. Brilliant. So that is the world record, a 1:24.801. Ideal lap is looking at a 1:24.643. Very inconsistent to what I would say. Not far off from being decent. So there it is in all its glory, DrAce on board the Suzuki Hayabusa in the 700 to 799 class right here in Cadwell Park. Now I think this challenge is going to be relatively simple for some of you guys, but I cannot wait to see your times nonetheless. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.